Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Fourth try on the lipstick. Note to self, can't wear purple lipstick with this. It's too much. And pink doesn't quite work because there's too much orange in here, but it's not quite orange. Anyway, we're here and I made it. But anyway, you would think this wouldn't be like big deal. There's some effort that goes into this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've got your questions. I take 12 of your political questions at 12 o'clock every single day of the year, Chicago time. They are in the description box right now. I'm going to timestamp it as I go, and then afterward I go back in and I clean everything up so that it's as clear as could be. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Pamela. So you can just go down straight into the description box, and if you're watching this on replay, and just click on what you're interested in, and you can just get in and get out, and you don't have to listen to me jibber jab, but here I am. Thank you, Charlie. All right. Thank you, Kat. All right. As I said, everything's in the chat. Things are kind of first come, first serve. If I don't read on your question, it is never anything personal. And if I actually have one question I wasn't quite sure on, so I've tagged it on at the end. If I have time, I will get to it. Thank you, Wondering Eyes. Thank you, Kay. Sherry. Hey, Sherry. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to pull out the old cards. And, oops. Need a little tissue-y thing right there. Okay, got it. And now I'm getting out the cards. And I'll be on the questions. Oh, thank you, Mandy. Okay. I was just watching Lori, Way of Positive Change. I definitely need to send her an email so that we can... she was saying she was hoping to do a reading at some point with me. And it's like, any day of the week, you name it. Hawley and France is back. Yay! Bonjour. But, and Tuxedo Cat is back for the live. Good. You guys are so sweet. Just put anything in the chat in all caps if you're talking to me. And other than that, please just type normally. So, all right. So, if anybody is wondering, actually, I think I'm going to get my hair out of my face a little bit. If anybody is wondering, why the hair and the nails and the things and the really, it's because we read on such icky human beings and icky stuff. There it is. I knew it was just here. We read on such icky stuff, so we try to keep the energy pretty high, and then we can just up high, that we can go down into the muck and do reading on some of these heinous people and the heinous things they do. So, and today we've got all kind of questions about the January 6th Select Committee. So, oh wow, Aspie Third Eye, I'm so sorry. So sorry about your mother. I'm so sorry. Oh, Wondering Eyes. Oh, thank you. Pamela's saying I went through Black and Orange Tarot withdrawal, catching up. Oh, thank you. I've got so much stuff planned. Oh, Rob, mark the date. September 25th will be my 1000th Black and Orange Tarot and Astrology video. It isn't live stream. It's a video. It includes all the early videos too. But just things I've brought out. So, put this here. Get rid of the part. And let's go look at Democrats holding some scumbags to account. So about 5:30, we are jumping in to number 1. So a very simple question. We're starting with, will the January 6th Select Committee be able to get hold of the records they're seeking? They've sent out notifications for different companies to hold records, but so are these jerks going to try to get this into court and drag it out until the end of time? That's kind of the worry. Oh, SB Third Eye, I wish I could just give you a hug. Okay. So will 26 be able to get the records they want? January 6th Select Committee. Trying to find the energy. You'll be able to get the records you want. It's buried in information. If they printed everything out, it would like fell an entire Canadian forest. Paper. Records. Huge amounts, huge burdens, huge stuff. As far as the eye can see. All right. Oh, thank you, Catherine. All right, Knight of Pentacles. 4 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Yes. Yes. This was the these Republicans thinking they were fighting for republicanism, blah, blah, blah. Their coup failed. But they're still working together. They're still the dynasty. They're still the whole situation. This is aggressive law enforcement of whatever nature, if it's the committee going after them, if it's other legal stuff. And this is these guys, the ones on the far right, being on the defensive because of the records and whatnot. Oh, this is, and the card for the reading is the committee just being buried under stacks and stacks and stacks of information, which they will sort through. I like it. Oh, Gary has internet. Oh, that is fantastic. My internet was fine yesterday, which is amazing to me. If I have any internet issues today, I have your questions, and I will make certain that I read on them, and I'll record it and upload it. So, but I'd rather talk to you guys. Matter of fact, I better just grab this while I'm thinking about it. I like that. Lynn was just saying, I'm pretty sure the G in MAGA means gullible. You're not wrong. Okay. Make this smaller, move this out of the way. Pull this Word document over here. All right. Nice. Now we're cooking with gas. Aspie Third Eye saying the G stands for ghastly. That too. Whee. Okay, so will they be able to get the records they want? So many records. and having someone having to testify in front of the committee, people having to testify. Oh, I'm being corrected. People having to testify. So at 10:30 here, will Republican co-conspirators on the co-conspirators on January 6th, will they be forced to testify in public? And will they be held accountable legally, politically, etc.? Well, really, I guess that's two questions, but I can always do 13. It's no biggie. So at 11. There. Will Republican co-conspirators have to testify in public? Pamela's saying yes, in public, please. GM Dave, I got in more trouble for not doing my homework than the insurrectionists. And Michael Grant saying so many records, so little time. Yeah. Whew. Yeah, I got in more trouble for not doing my homework than Trump's been in. But anyway. Then again, Trump was very much not raised by my parents. Whole different, his life would have been very different. All right, Republicans are going to have to testify in public. Oh, I'm getting a mental image of someone opening the door. You know, like they do in movies where they the camera point of view, and you go up to a big wooden door and someone opens it, and they open it like this, and they're like, and there's but it's a big committee room. That's the mental image I just got. Oh, I'm sorry, Annie. I've got my questions for today, but I'm here every single day of the year. It's first come, first serve. Oh, Sherry's getting her channel set up. Do you show your face? Let me know. Working. How can we get out of this? How can we get out of this? There's no way I'm testifying. There's no way I'm going out in public. There's no way they're going to ask me questions. Chariot. Victory. Far right victory. Chariot, 6 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, High Priestess. I'm really liking the cards today. They're making me happy. Pamela, I will be happy to help with that door. Yeah. And then once they've come in, close firmly behind them. Okay, they were trying to have a victory. But this chariot, it doesn't feel like the victory they were trying to get. This chariot feels like the committee. You will be here. Right in the center, I've got a 4 of Pentacles. Pentacles are Republicans, and this is a lack. This is a lack of funds, a lack of support, a lack of just grasping onto whatever you can quite desperately. So when they're up there, they're not going to have a whole lot. They're not going to have a whole lot of ways to duck and dodge. I'm sure many of them will try. This is a 10 of Swords. This is all 10 legal swords in your metaphorical back. And this is both the High Priestess, which is hidden knowledge. It's also higher wisdom. And if you get it right next to the 10 of Swords, it's usually, and right here, a lack of support, this is what's going to happen to you, and it's going to be related to secrets. And they're going into this thinking, well, I'll just duck and dodge, and I don't remember, and I don't recall, and do whatever else. But they have to be there, and it's not going to go well for them. Bad secrets. It feels like I need to. They think they can prepare for this, but there's some kind of. Is it records? Is it well? Okay, so will they have to testify in public? I'm getting a resounding yes. Hello. If I lock them up. Hello, Kim. So at 16 and a bit. Let's say 1615. Will they be held accountable legally, politically, etc.? Back up here. Okay. Will these Republicans who have to testify in front of the January 6th Select Committee talk about must-see TV? I think there are definitely going to be some days I'm going to have to move my live stream up into the evening so we can all watch together, or we'll be watching, or so we don't miss things, or we'll be doing a kind of watching things together. Oh, card went flying. Hold, please. Just to emphasize the point, matter of time. All right, let me see. Let's see. More like. Will they be held accountable? The Republicans who testify for the January 6th. Are they going to be held overall? Are they going to be held accountable legally, politically? You tried to overthrow our democracy. There should be consequences for that. Oh, Holly. Well, I'll do what I can do. I'll do what I can do, Holly. That could be a couple of things. Let's see what the rest of the cards are. Star. Empress. This is a star witness. I'm getting star witness very strongly. That we will see. Strength. Knight of Swords. There's going to be some kind of crack. There's going to be a crack in in the group, in that number of this is just making me happy. I'm just happy looking at it. The group who were complicit, who were a part of this insurrection, it might be a woman, but there's somebody here who, from their perspective, cracks, from our perspective, shows strength. And it feels like it blows things wide open. So on a more human level, it's go bring this person in for questioning, go bring that person in for questioning. And all of these people get so sick. They're just, I wish we'd never tried to do anything with January 6th. I wish we hadn't. They'll be talking about it forever. And just on and on and on and on and on. Because there's a lot that they did. And there's a lot they're going to have to talk about. So somebody cracks, and the card right underneath that one I just pulled, going to jail, going to prison, and right beneath that is fear of going to prison. Star witness. Somebody is going to crack, and we will see it. I like it. All right, so at 20:30, I had a thought this morning. I was in the shower. You know, one of those famous, you're in the shower and you've got that alpha state going and your mind's just wandering, and suddenly you're like, huh. And what I was thinking was, Jim Jordan has admitted now that he talked to Trump on January 6th, possibly multiple times. And of course, if that man hums and haws anymore on camera, I mean, Manafort did the same thing. It's like, if you're going to lie, you're a politician. You're not a better liar than that, really? It's like, if he isn't doing the air horn, if Jim Jordan isn't doing the human air horn thing, just deafening you with noise. Did you talk to the president today? I talk to him all the time. I don't remember. Deba saying, I'm always thinking, did I condition my hair yet? I like that. But I never forget to condition my hair, because the rare times that I have, you swear up and down you will never forget again. Michelle, the embarrassment of Ohio. It's so good to see you, Michelle. Yeah, Cheryl. Liar, liar, pants on fire. So anyway, so here's the thing. My question was, well, if whether or not they can get him in front of the committee, what about Swallwell's lawsuit? What about the other long list of lawsuits? Because if Jim Jordan has to admit that he talked to Trump on that day, and he admits anything, he's probably going to have to testify in case after case after case after case. Or is he going to just lie? Is he really going to lie in court over and over and over? So, human air horn, Jim Jordan, you really going to lie in a court? You're really going to lie in court? Because if you hum and haw like that, even the judge is going to be like, please. Well, the word that jumped to mind was child's play. I think somebody might be able to get him to crack, but I don't know. Okay. Well, that's a committee. That's the January 6th Select Committee. These are high fives and celebrations. Page of Wands, that's a message. Queen of Swords, that's some form of lawmaker or law enforcement. And Republicans out in the cold. Look, you know that I don't like when the cards are kind of too good to be true. But my gosh, these are beautiful today. These cards are just beautiful for justice and for holding people responsible. This is very human level. This is where the rubber hits the road, kind of. And you've got the message right in the center. How did I get a protein shake on my tarot card? Must have spilled. Drop. Okay. Gary Atkins, I called Jim Jordan the human air horn. I love Gary Atkins says, well, Your Honor, Swallwell is on very solid ground. He's smart and honest, says GM Dave. So, because Mandy of Merrimack was saying, oh, and by the way, Jim just remembered another phone call with Rump. Oh, that was the other thing. '26 related. Will Jordan get Trump in hot water? Gary, Google doesn't have an error horn emoji. So, Jimmy Jim, are you going to get Trump in trouble? 3 cards. Chaos. Trump is going to be very upset. Thief. Basically, okay, to say it this way. 7 of Swords, Ace of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. He's trying to duck and dodge. He's trying to duck the whole thing. Make little of it, make light of it, stealing away. This was his part in helping promote the insurrection. Juggling. I don't know, but Trump ends up beside himself. So I don't know if it's Jim Jordan. Well, all those other cards were saying he's going to have to tell the truth that he talked to the president. Or is it something else that Jordan gets in trouble for? Six of Wands, they went for the victory. 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 2 of Cups. They're witnesses. It wasn't just Jordan and Gates on an island. You know, they found a little closet when it was only the 2 of them there. There's somebody they talked about it to people who are going to cooperate. So it's going to become a legal decision how honest to be, not just a political one. This is going to get very interesting. I just want to, is this going to take forever and a day? I mean, we're going to be doing this 2 years from now, or are we going to be, is this sooner rather than later? It kind of feels like they're getting their ducks in a row to do more of a hard push. I mean, it's not going to be as condensed as impeachment, but 3 of Swords. Oh, they are determined to hold people accountable. And when I get Liz Cheney too. She's mad. Oh, Nilka, I'm afraid I've got my questions for today. Sorry. 6 of Swords. It's first come, first serve, and it's only political stuff, just so you know. 6 of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. You would think this would be, it's usually the group. Usually I get queens for the group of Republicans, the group of Democrats. This feels like women working together who you wouldn't even necessarily have thought would work together to send perpetrators to prison. I mean, we know this isn't going to be complete traitors on the Republican side because they have so few women over there. especially in the Senate. What was it? There are more men named James than there are women Republicans in the Senate, something like that. Hey, Marby. All right, this is good. This is good. This is good. We're getting good energy. We're getting justice. People determined to get justice. Okay, we're at 31. Polly Wanda, of course, Polly Wanda had an interesting question. Polly Wanda always has interesting questions. And that question was, if Trump flees or disappears, will there be some kind of trial in absentia? Hello, Suzanne. Chris, but no, we've got to come up with another term, because there are some nice Karens in this world. It's very unfair. It's kind of like lazy Susans. That name should be retired. Nobody should use that term. Lazy Susans, black-eyed Susans. Oh, I mean, come on. And Karen, there are nice Karens out there. So. Susan saying, hey, yes, agreeing, or hey, disagreeing. I think that I don't like those terms. They should be nice. Should be nice terms. All right, Trump. Sorry. So, the yellow-bellied coward, yellow-bellied Fuhrer. Sherry saying they should be called Ivankas. Yeah, but she does the fake breathy thing. It's a shame. Anyway, so if Trump flees, what will happen to the trials? Oh, there's the man going, bye, if he's gone. Overseas, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye. Refusal to come back. Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Devil. Well, the immediate response would be devastating for Republicans. Somehow it gives Democrats power. Like if Trump flees the country, somehow it gives Democrats power and makes the other side look so bad. So the immediate thing that would happen, or the most immediate thing, is a rise of Democratic power. I don't necessarily know why, but yeah, this is what's coming up. Spread that out a little bit. Put this here. So would they try him in absentia? I'm just saying, I do like black-eyed Susan. They're such a pretty flower. Oh, they're a lovely flower. They just need a different name. Oh, Susan's asking for prayers for your dog. Or is it Suzanne or is it Susan? So, you were responding to the Susan, so I wondered. Otherwise, I would have just called you Suzanne. Anyway, so they're just going to 3 cards. So would they just go ahead with the various legal stuff? They have records. They'd use records. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Queen of Swords. Extradition. Finding a way to extradite him wherever he goes in the world, communicating, getting law enforcement throughout the world. And the other reason he's not going to disappear, because one way or the other, he would have to give a lot of money to the leader of whatever country he went to. He doesn't part with money. But it's just so corrupt. Anyway, all right. Oh, wait, no. You go there, you go there, you go there. Okay. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it, Brenda. Lynn is saying that the flower the black-eyed Susan got its name, it is said, it derived from a British poem by John Gay. Understandable. But. All righty. The cards are being very kind today. I'm liking this. But, so we got that. All right, so Janelle had a question. We're at 37. Michael, yes, there are countries that do not have extradition treaties with the U.S., but this felt like finding ways, and I don't know, if you want somebody enough, might be ways to lure him out or something, but I don't think he's going to leave. I really don't think he's going to leave. Okay. So it can be more 38. So, does Putin have a back channel? The question was to Trump, which I think I've read on before, but and or GOP lawmakers. Does Putin have a back channel of communication to Trump, the GOP lawmakers? Probably masquerading as lobbyists. Something innocuous. Something that sounds really boring. That's the trick. If you ever want to hide something, hide it somewhere boring. Putin back channel to Trump or GOP leaders. Oh, he's got his claws into someone, more than someone. Big gnarly claws too. Ooh. Thank you, Patricia. 10 of Cups. Well, having to definitely keep it hidden now with Democrats in charge of the DOJ and all these other things. Holding still, this feels like spycraft. Well, we know Russia's stirring up trouble. Ooh, there's a justice card and there's a fool. It's very illegal. Hemmed in. Foolish enough. Does this mean they're not foolish enough to try it? If it was the other way around, I'd say yes, the fool would try it. But this way around, not sure. Does that mean save you a lot of time? If you can get easier ways to get donors and make money and that sort of thing, so you have to spend less time fundraising as a legislator on Capitol Hill. That opens your life up immensely. And people are more on edge now. There are things you used to be able to get away with that people wouldn't question, but now would look askance at you doing. Communication at the world as well. Not enough change for the... Since Trump left, there's less. There's less communication. It feels like not enough change for the phone. It doesn't make any sense. But there's law enforcement right there. It's cooled off dramatically. It is definitely cooled off dramatically, and people are afraid of being pulled into some kind of dragnet or I don't know what. That's probably not the right term, but I've actually got, so it's all cooled off is what I'm getting. But there's still, Russia's still, they still have their claws in a few people. But it's all much more hidden now. So. Okay, 4230, where are we? 4230. Are there people inside the Biden administration leaking sensitive information to Trump? Are there people hidden in the Biden administration are there people in the Biden administration leaking sensitive information to Trump or his ilk? He's cleaned out what he can, but they oh, thank you, Janelle. Under the Trump administration, they got rid of so many people that some places were it was such a skeleton staff. When Biden came in, he couldn't clean house the way he fully wants to. He did some. The worst of the worst, I think, are out. We've got DeJoy to deal with, but feels like mostly they were suspended. They were pushed off to the side for the most part. Disappointment. Sorry, four of cups. No, five. Okay, I'm just gonna start over. 5 of cups, page of cups, magician, 10 of cups, king of wands. They tried to kick over democratic stuff, leave things in ruins when they left. Biden administration started. Somebody standing up, but this could be democratic information being sold. It's not that simple. And honestly, I don't think Trump has the wherewithal to organize something like that. But there is somebody willing to sell information, sensitive information, to someone around. I bet it's Stone. Thank you, Music Mansion. I bet it's someone like Stone. But there's definitely somebody willing to sell information. Queen of Cups. that's someone who has access to the vice president in some peripheral, very peripheral role. Who wants? It feels like a carnival barker. Step right up. I've got your dirt here. This can be a card of gossip. Page of Cups. And again, these two cards here. But it feels like it's for the money. So yeah, there are people leaking information, sensitive information, to dirty tricksters like Roger Stone. Thank you, Marby. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, that's what I'm getting there. So we are at probably about 47 by the time I pull things together here. Okay, now I've been wanting to look at this for a while, so thank you, Mandy, for bringing this up. Well, let us revisit the Supreme Court. And are they going to raise the number from 9 to 13? So there's one for each district. Yeeps. Thank you. Oh, Supreme Court. Are you going to get more members? Supreme Court Justice total number, because they're going to go from 9 to 13, as some people have proposed. Because that's the case. If you ever want to stump somebody at trivia, ask which president appointed the highest number of Supreme Court justices. George Washington, because he set up the court. Number of Supreme Court justices is going to go up from 9 to 13. Yeah, that's theft. That's the thief. The 7 of Swords. McConnell stole a seat. He just flat out stole it. True, Suzanne. Poor Biden, so much on his plate. Yes. Knight of Cups. 2 of Cups. 9 of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Page of Cups. This is somebody new starting. This is vetting. This is someone being proposed. This is vetting. This is payback. Mitch McConnell ran roughshod over anything that Democrats said. And even at the time, Schumer said, "You will regret this. We will remember the next time that there is a bringing up someone potentially for the Supreme Court. You don't listen to us, we're not going to listen to you." McConnell burned some bridges for 2 Supreme Court seats. But that doesn't last forever. Although I'm not getting a multitude. I'm definitely getting 1, maybe 2. I mean, that would be an extra 4. So is Biden going to appoint an additional 4 justices to the Supreme Court, newly created Supreme Court justice seats? Is President Joseph Biden going to appoint 4 completely new Supreme Court justices to 4 completely new Supreme Court justice seats. Thank you, Fire Sky. Thank you. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles. Fighting for the Republicans. It depends. Yeah, because the court right now is doing a lot of right-wing stuff. There's the Tower. Ace of Swords. 7 of Wands is at the center. 7 of Cups. 6 of Cups. This is a catastrophe. This is the sword of truth needed. This is people on the far right being on the defensive, right in the center. This is illusion and delusion and 3-card Monty. But out of that, it feels like someone being offered. But I'm not getting 4. Someone being offered. I'm not. So either maybe he adds 1, or maybe Biden will be able to appoint 1. Oh. Queen of Swords. Democrats are working to try to get as many judges in place as they can. There is effort going on now to do that, for what it's worth. 7 of Pentacles, Temperance, 3 of Pentacles. I don't think Biden will do it. I think it's too much. I think he's too mainstream now. His successor. All right. Thank you, Mara. Thank you. All right. Next we have, we're just after 53. So we are at McMaster on Afghanistan. What's in it for him? J. Sotor. Soto R. McMaster on Afghanistan. Let me see. I honestly don't know what that's about. Let me have a look. Back to Afghanistan. Men like McMaster and Panetta are addicted to war. McMaster, Afghanistan war ended in self-defeat. The former National Security Advisor, H.R. McMaster, said on Sunday the war in Afghanistan ended in self-defeat. What we saw today is just the beginning. A American catastrophe. What's in it for him? Warmonger? We are on question. Well, I've got a couple of extra ones up top, but technically we are on question 8, but it's actually more like 10, but we'll see. So, McMaster, what's in it for you? Linda says they've got money in the military-industrial complex and oil. Mm-hmm. And I agree, Linda. Biden has way too much on his plate with Afghanistan and the housing troubles coming. Yeah, there's a lot. So, General McMaster. Monday morning quarterback. Even if you had been a quarterback, still, if you're not in the game, if you're no longer in the game, and it's easy to say, well, look what they did. Really? What did you do? I didn't notice you winning things completely when you were in charge. So, but happy to criticize your successors, huh? Knight of Wands. And also, you worked for Trump. You have to carry that stain all the way through history. So, I don't want to hear it. Sorry, I didn't mean to snap so close to the microphone. Master can sit down. All right, so here we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of the far right, fighting for that. The 10 of Swords, this is defeat. This is what happened in Afghanistan. This is the insult to injury right at the center. He's adding insult to injury. That's what McMaster is doing. He's got, does he have political aspirations? He's got some kind of aspirations here. He's looking at something. And that's a Queen of Pentacles, as in one of the Republicans. But he's looking at something, he's angling for something. Either a position somewhere, to be, I don't know, a senator or something. He's angling for something. I don't know what. It's right wing, but he's angling for something. Thank you, Floating Lotus. Sit down. Yeah, I didn't see you fix the situation. You were in charge. Wonder if any of the journalists are pointing that out. Really, because you were in charge. Michael says, does McMaster want to be director at the Skunk Works at Lockheed? I don't know, I'm afraid. All right, McMaster, goodbye. 58. Oh, no. I thought I wrote down what time I did that. Well, now we're at 58. Okay. Kieta Taylor. Just found out on MSNBC that all the equipment left in Afghanistan is unusable outside of Humvees. The windows were busted out too. How do the Taliban feel about that discovery? Yeah, there was quite a bit of talk about the sabotaging the equipment that was left, so that there was nothing they could do. Michelle, I love that. McMaster needs a very tall, frosty glass of Shut It. I like that. I like that a lot. So Taliban. Junk. And it's junk they have to move out of the way too, because things are immovable and they were left in very inconvenient places. That's what it feels like. I don't know if that's true, but that's what it feels like. Like run it out into the middle of the airstrip or the main road in and out, and just disable everything there. Grammar is, they left some things so the airport could continue to function. Well, the main airport, yeah, the airport could continue to function. But I'm saying in general, that's what it's feeling like. Yeah, we have all the pieces, but we have all the equipment, but there are pieces missing. Hi, you can't come up right now. Not right now, but you're a good boy. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. Just not right now, dear. King of Swords. 7 of Swords. Knight of Cups. 10 of wands, 10 of cups. Just what I said. This is our fighting force. And they, quote unquote, stole. Sabotage. Saboteurs. They sabotaged the equipment. Also allowing them to be able to walk out without everything immediately being turned on them. And not only are things sabotaged, but there's the burden of that, but there's also the burden of moving stuff out of the way so that we can come home. They'll clear it out, but I'm not really getting what the reaction is. I don't know if they were really expecting it or not, but Linda says in Vietnam, they dumped it in the ocean. Now the enemy has to deal with it. Yep. Okay. We're at 102, basically. Okay, so there's a question about Canada. Lynn had a question saying, school is tomorrow. Is there going to be another school shutdown in Alberta, Canada? Well, let's have a look. Alberta. Alberta. Oh, Alberta, Canada. Oh, Canada. School shutdown in Alberta. Oh, I'm seeing many, many little kids. Cute little kids. Little monkeys. They're together. It's really hard to get kids to keep their masks on. Really hard. 6 of Pentacles. I don't know what the situation in Canada is, I'm afraid, but here in the States, one of the problems with closing the schools is free school lunches for underprivileged kids who otherwise wouldn't get any. It might be their only meal that day, which just makes me crazy. Temperance. 7 of Wands. Strength. 3 of Cups. 4 of Cups. Well, first of all, I've got temperance and strength. These are very calm, very measured. Obviously, temperance, very calm, this is very measured energy, and this feels like teachers, but this is at some point. Well, maybe. May not be teachers. It may be healthcare professionals that are saying, we'll get this under control because the kids aren't going to school. See, we need to make sure the kids aren't going to school. But the how's your government in Alberta? Are there any right-wing nuts there? Brenda's saying all school children should have meals provided by the schools. Yep. So I'm saying Kenny, Jason Kenney, friends with Ted Cruz. So is he likely to keep things open? Floating Lotus is saying Alberta's governor is a right-wing nut. Yes, it's an oil-producing place. He doesn't want things shut down. And he's not going to listen to medical advice or reason. But it's up to teachers to try to keep the kids safe. Chris is saying Jason Kenney is the premier of Alberta. He's a mini Trump. Oh, jeez. So they're going to be more. They're going to be shutdowns, school shutdowns in Alberta. Ace of Swords. Vaccines. It's usually a card of vaccines. Two of Swords. Seven of Cups. Magician. Well, it feels like you're going to have to deal with some of the same conflicting information garbage that we're dealing with down here. But I wish I had an easier answer. But he's going to stand up against anything. You don't should. Do you even need to take the? Is he saying you don't even need the vaccine, or the vaccine will hurt? Is he doing the garbage about the vaccine, saying, well, we don't know, or heaven help us, please tell me they're not pushing the horse worm stuff. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be a lot better if you're vaccinated. But you have to get enough people vaccinated or the numbers start spiking. This guy sounds like a peach. Ugh. I don't like this guy. No, not yet. Okay. Good. Good. Son. It's actually a kid as well. Judgment. Nine of Pentacles. This is pushing for business. This is right wing pushing for business. And I hate to say it, but there may be kids who are casualty of this. Makes me crazy. Chris is the premier of British Columbia, is an NDP. We also have Dr. Bonnie Henry that is looking at the pandemic. We're doing much better than Alberta. I hope somebody's doing better than Alberta. I hope somebody's doing better than we are. We're doing better than we were, but we still have these far right nut jobs who are okay. 109. True Polywanda. Does the moon's orbit magnetize vaccine particles and cause spontaneous lobotomies? I've heard about that online, and there never lies online. Everything online is true. Yoy. All right. We're nearing 110 here. Madison Cawthorn. I thought I recognized your foul stench. Will Madison, Sherry's question, will Madison Cawthorn face any consequences for his admission of plans to call for MAGA people to storm the Capitol again? He's encouraging them to bring guns to fight for their Second Amendment rights. Oh. I so despise this man. Madison Cawthorn, according to CNN, Madison Cawthorn didn't learn the right lesson from January 6th. And 3 hours ago, NBC News was reporting that Representative Madison Cawthorn promotes false election claims, warns of bloodshed if fraud, I'm guessing, let me see, over bloodshed over any future, if fraud occurs in the future. The 26-year-old freshman lawmaker made the remarks Sunday at an event at the Macon County Republican Party headquarters in Franklin, North Carolina. Okay, well, Madison Cawthorn really scared me. Scared you past tense as in he did something particular? Madison Cawthorn. Let's read on. Where are you? Browen, how will fraud be determined if they lose? Or how will fraud be determined if they lose? Yeah. Madison Cawthorn, where are you? He's desperate. He's desperate to be important. He's got stuff to prove. And he's so desperate, he's willing to lie like a rug. Just lies, 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 lies. Page of Pentacles. That's him. 26-year-old member of Congress. Although technically he should be the Page of Wands, but that's usually what I get from messages. Page of Swords. Bully. Emperor. 3 of Wands. Devil. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, he's just pushing every election lie, every right wing. Throw everything at the wall. See what sticks. I'm loyal to the far right, whoever's the leader. He is the rot inside the Republican Party. Throw everything at the wall. Throw everything at the wall. No matter how crazy, no matter how Charlie's saying freedom of speech is one thing, but didn't he cross a line? Lecter's saying, see, this is why I'm scared that people want the youth in Congress. He shows me they're not ready to lead. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. Depends who it is. That's my limited view of the world. Linda's saying, it seems he has the invisible chip brainwash put in his head by propaganda. By the propaganda rich, that is, 45 is the point man to speak to manipulate the control of the fear that the whites are being replaced. Okay. So what's going to happen to you, Cawthorn? Going to get in, I don't know, some trouble for talking about bloodshed and all this other kind of stuff. If the man's lips are moving, he's lying. I mean, I know there are a lot of people we read on who are liars, but this guy, this is his card. If his lips are moving, just assume the opposite. Or rather, just assume it's just a lie. 4 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. He's going extreme because otherwise he wouldn't be able to raise enough money, or the money he wants to raise. There's the Star. Ooh, definitely ambitious. Page of Pentacles, but he's still this person with those resources, but he's got plans. He's got plans, and it's growing because he's hitched himself to this particularly nasty wagon. I'm not getting him getting in trouble, not yet. I'm getting him being able to raise money off of his extreme views. And as long as he's making money from it, he's not going to stop. Brenda's saying he's deeply insecure. How sad, yes. And Linda's saying he's a manipulator, just like 45. He's a liar, just like 45. Oh, man. Three more cards on Cawthorn. So what ultimately is going to happen to Cawthorn? Madison Cawthorn. Look, did I just say that's his card? Card of illusion, delusion, lying, falsehoods. It doesn't feel like higher wisdom. That feels like secrets. On the defensive for his far-right views, where he'll double down. If you're expecting a change of heart from him anytime soon, nope. Linda says he's not brainwashed. He's brainwashing. I think both. Linda, he's brainwashing for money and power. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Total 100% agreement from me. Yikes. All right. So we're around 118. Okay. Elizabeth had a question. Where are we? This should be interesting. Elizabeth was asking, how do the Trump wannabes feel about each other? For example, Hawley, Cruz, DeSantis. How do they feel about each other? Do they get along? Are they, is it just a convenience? Cruz is such a, I'm sorry, entertainment only, but this is it's my opinion. Cruz is a dimwit. And Cruz is too much of a dimwit to, I mean, he talks smack about people, but it feels like DeSantis has more of a brain. He just uses it for evil, for the evils. And Josh Hawley is scary. Josh Hawley is really scary. He's one of the scariest people I read on. He is a true believer. Isn't like insecure Cawthorn. Oh, nay. Not insecure. He's terrifying. But what do these far-right jerks think of each other? So like, yay, we're in this together. Or is it like chaining a bunch of, hell dogs together? They're all pulling in the same direction, but the instant it stops, they're going to turn on each other. Hanged Man. Hello, Chad. Let's see what the hang is. Let's see. No, check in a second why Chad's there. Sun. Page of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Oh, they're working together. Tower. 10 of Pentacles. working together, one message, but things are not going well. And this is what's coming up for them. This is the Trump dynasty falling. This is the metaphor of the symbolism of Trump Tower falling. Not literally. It's not literally going to fall. Symbolism of Trump Tower and the family falling. Which makes everything wibbly wobbly. Well, that's what's going to happen, but the Hanged Man, I need some more information. So the first part makes sense. They're all, chained together, pulling in the same direction. Michelle's saying, amazing, the guy holds a Princeton law degree. Maybe he's good at rote memorization. I don't know. He just... Even in his energy, he's a dim bulb. He just... Renier saying they smile at each other and slap each other on the back with a knife. So these guys, they just... One big, happy, patriarchal, toxic patriarchal white family. Throw the spears together. Queen of Wands, Fool. Oh, they have real contempt. We can say whatever we want. We just say it enough and people believe it. 10 of Cups. 9 of Wands, Judgment. Okay. So this starts, here we start getting into, right now, they work together, they're fine, we're on the same page. And most of our, or a huge number of our constituents are rubes, I think is the term. They think very, very little of these people. But this is them, they're going to end up on the, feeling very beaten up. There's going to be massive major arcana, capital letter judgment coming their way. And this isn't just the January 6th commission. This feels like other hearings. This feels like stuff that's going to happen. In the last reading, it was stuff that was going to happen to Trump. Enjoy it while you can, boys. Enjoy it while you can. So... Oh, I have a question. Completely unrelated. I'm actually done for today. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be back tomorrow. I will read on more. I take 12 of your questions at 12 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. At 4 o'clock here, Chicago time. Right now it's 1:41, but at 4 o'clock I'll be over at the Book Art Media channel. As usual, we do creative sprints, work on our creative projects, 4 25-minute bits of our day where we carve out time to work on our creative projects. And other than that, I'll be back tomorrow to do more political readings. All right, so that is that. However, I have a question, and I have had this stuck in my head for years, and I'm stumped. I've done everything I can do. I have looked everywhere I can think to look. There is a piece of classical music that I remember listening to on a CD when I was a teenager, like young teenager. And I loved it. And I don't know what happened to the CD. I thought this was by Brahms, but I've looked through everything of his that I could possibly find. And I've looked and looked and looked and looked and looked. And I've even asked like Shazam and SoundCloud, and I've just the simple, and I cannot find where this piece of music is from. And so I'm going to hum. And if you have any clue what this piece of classical music is, I would be eternally grateful. Da, 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 da. You think it's you think it's Tchaikovsky? Maybe it is. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. I've asked apps, I've asked Google, I've asked SoundCloud, I've asked Shazam, I've asked. I don't know. I don't know who the composer is. I don't know the title. I just know it's classical music, and I can hear the orchestra. And it's at the beginning of something. That's all I've got. It was on a CD. No, it was by one. The whole thing was one composer. I thought it was Brahms, but I've looked through all the Brahms that I could find. So I don't know. Anyway, so I will leave that to anyone who happens to recognize it. If you don't, I totally understand, because I've been searching for this thing for years. So it wasn't. Frosty Bean said it sounds like it was a movie song. I understand, but I can hear the orchestra. It was classical. I remember listening to this because there was a time when I was about, I don't know, 11 or 12, when I, what do you want to be when you grow up? I wanted to be a conductor, and I would listen to classical music a lot. And this was a CD of one composer. All right. Well, I'll check whatever you recommend here or in the comments below. I'll go check out. So, all right. Pamela, and instead you're conducting us. Schubert could be. I don't know. Was it a symphony or a particular instrument? It was a symphony. I can hear the whole orchestra. That's just the melody. But I can hear the whole orchestra. Anyway, all right. That'll do it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hang in there. There are good days ahead. And according to the cards today, there are very good days ahead. Yes. Lots of brass. I don't know about brass. There's a lot of violins. Probably, I think there's some brass, because the things I would listen to at the time were full orchestras. So anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you. Bye.